Welcome back to the channel for another PLO study stream. And what I want to look into today is playing two pair in out of position, either in single race pots or 3-bet pots. And if we have time, we'll look into something viewer suggested. I think it was playing aces on low straight boards and see what the solver does in those spots. We'll see if we can get to that. In the meanwhile, I think I set everything up. Everything should be good to go. So all we need to do is set up the spot. Let's see if I can actually do that. Buy card doesn't really matter for us. Deck size is gonna be 100 BB. We are in single race pots for now. We are gonna, let's see. Let's start with out of position. So the pre-flop raiser is gonna be in position, which is not gonna be us. Positions are I guess we'll take away the blinds for now. Suits, single suited rainbow. Let's maybe not go with single suited. Leave it in there maybe. Texture would be no paired. And the preflop razors in position, so flop action would be none. I think let's go with heart. That should do. Oh no, hang on. There's something. Right. And we want to look exclusively into two pair. And that should do it. Okay, let's maybe take monotone boards out of it. And also straight boards, I guess. Because those are a little bit... I think on straight boards there's not going to be too many surprises. Well, might be wrong, but yeah, let's not have those for now. Alright, flop in top two, no hearts. Few blockers, the 9 or the 7 here. Let's see, bet size out of position. Hang on. There's something missing here. Right. Check is missing. Almost there. But we don't want to be... Hang on, check and then... bet. I think those are the ones. Roger! Hey! How's it going? Oh, thanks for checking out the channel. It is going quite alright. It'll be going better if I can manage to set up the spot that I want to, which is... I want to have the other guy bet, so... How do I do? Hang on. Oh, check. There you go. Check bet. There you go. That's the one I'm looking for. I think we got it now, right? Check, he bets right, there we go. That's the spot I wanted to look into. Okay. Love PLO 8. Well, you've sort of come to the right channel. I can do the PLO part. PLO 8, I don't know. I can't figure this game out yet. But I know a lot of people like it. Yeah, I haven't dipped my toes into those particular waters just yet. Right, so let's actually put this one up to the vote. Our options today are, for the most part, are going to be we can either fold, we can call, or we can raise.
Good to see you back.
15-month Bracer Man, that's an incredible number. Thank you very much for the resub. It is amazing to see you. Hope you are good, and you have been good. You have been well in my absence. Hope life's been treating you kindly, my friend. Thank you very much for the resub. That is very nice of you. So, for those of you who don't know how this works, you don't need to write out all the options. You can just put, if you want to fold, if you want to vote for fold here, it would just be exclamation point F, exclamation point C for call, or exclamation point R for raise. And that is an excellent question. So the pre-flop aggressor is on the button. He hits this board quite decently often enough as well. We don't have a 6, a 7, an 8, a 3, a deuce. So I don't know, it could be a call. Maybe it is just a call. We'll also play out some of these hands. As in, see what happens on turns. Alright, the calls have it. Call is indeed the correct answer. Let's see, do we have any raising here with bottom 2? We do not, no matter the suit combinations. Hang on. So call would be correct. Let me just click the right buttons here so we get rewarded as well. Turns out we... Why don't we have hearts here? Okay, because we can't have hearts. We can't have the flush draw on top. Because the 5 and the 4 are already out there. We have 1 queen of hearts. Okay, makes sense. Sure. The nuts studying machine. I'm trying to get there, Jugole. It's kind of the same. I'm trying to get there. Earning that title. Hey, I made a note of your... I think it was you, right? That suggested playing aces on straight boards. And if we have time to it, for it, we'll get to it today. If not, we'll do it in the next study stream. All right. Hang on. Let me... It was right? Hey, my memory is getting better. What does reload do? It gives us the same spot, different whole cards. Oh, hold cards. So top and bottom with an 8, no hearts. Options are gonna be the same. Spot is gonna be the same. We are out of position. In a single raise pot, the preflop aggressor is in position. And QBQ! Thank you very much for the good lucks. Even in the study streams, I'll need it. Good to see you back, sir. Gonna play later? Yes, sir. So without hearts here. Yeah. I have a stream scheduled for 9:30. I'll try to make it a little bit earlier. I have to see because I have to walk the dog before. So it probably will be around 9:30. Recalling. Alien Web, the options a B for bet. I think you mean call, maybe? Alien Web, hang on. I can award you the point after the fact if call it turns out to be correct here. Call is indeed the correct answer. Let's see, I think I have this thingy here. Yep, there you are. I think I can get an additional point here. Yeah, that should do it. Cool. Alright, let's actually continue this one. I would say we check again here. Oh, no worries, Alien Web. Check is indeed the correct answer. Let's continue versus a bet. So bet's like 3/4, 75% again, and I assume we call, but yeah, let's put it to the vote. Three pair, hearts didn't get there. And obviously we don't have a single blocker to mate two hands that are two straights. We do have blockers to other hands that are better than us, i.e. Sets. Depressed dog, good to see you. That's a new Nix in the chat as well. Doom Doom Baby. Or is it Dum Dum Baby? With only one O? I don't know. Either way. Cheers for checking it out and participating. Partner is equal of hearts. Batch. Let's see. No, call is indeed the correct answer. And since can we have hearts here? No, we can't. Yeah, backdoor flush draws don't matter anymore. It is indeed call. That is the correct answer. So let's see. If I click on reload, I think we're gonna end up on turns with a different hand, right? No. Oh, perfect. That's what I wanted to. That's the button I was missing a couple of days ago. Depressed like yes, sir. Playing later tonight. Probably around 9:30. So fold call, raise 9 and 4. This time, little bit of a blocker with the 7. Not sure it makes too much of a difference. Yes. We'll have a regular playing stream later tonight at around 9:30, I think. It might really turn out to be a relatively uninteresting spot where we're going to be calling a lot, but even that to me would be interesting since I'm checking out the situation since I sometimes not quite sure, like, should I be raising here? Should I just be calling? There's Shadow Maniac back in the house as well. Clicking the call button, that should send off bells on all of our heads. The Shadow Maniac rarely wrong in these spots. Everybody calling. Very unanimous so far. Hang on, did I? Yeah, I did reward the last one. Cool. To protect with the block. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm... exactly, Chocolat. Call is the correct answer. Here, it's pretty clear. I like this being very clear. We raise if we have a flush draw. We raise if we have the front and the backdoor flush draw. One specific hand. And if we have just a flush draw, interesting enough, if you have a higher flush draw, there's mixing going on. Avoiding it for quite a while. Oh, you'll be fine, Shadow Maniac. No doubts there. Still riding the short second train, eh? If so, then I approve. Alrighty. Might as well retire. Yeah, you know, 100% success rate. Yeah, that's a good spot to retire at. All right. I'll have a new flop soon enough as well. Bottom 2 backdoor flush draw. Hang on, did I reward this? No, I did not. Trying to build the right habits here myself. All right, peace. What do you mean? The Costanza method, huh? Leaving on the high note. There's going to be a lot of calling going on here. Although this time we do have a backdoor flush draw. I wonder if I could imagine there being some mixing going on. So we do have the 8, which is kind of cool as well. We raise turn spade. Let's check that out, Batch. All right, so and we only raise if we have the flush draw, which would be the nut flush draw in this case. Yeah, would have to be, right? Yeah. All the backdoor flush draws are calling as well. So let's continue this. And let's see, how can I change this 9 here? What happens if I click on... perfect. So let's go with maybe a deuce of spades? Something that doesn't complete too much. We could also go with maybe let's actually go with the deuce of spades for now. Hang on, so call was correct. Need to remember to click those buttons. And let's see, so we check. I assume, at least, yeah. Okay, cool. Have him bet. And then we could again fold, call, or raise. So we turn the wheel as well. We have the nut flush draw now. Actually kind of like the raise. I don't know. Maybe it could be a thing. Just stick to what I said. Yeah. All right. This time very much mixed responses from everybody. And Let's see. The correct answer is to call. Okay, let's reward that first. Hands without flush draws or relevant flush blockers get folded here. Yeah, sure, yeah, makes sense. Bottom two and the gutter on a two-tone flush draw board. Let's see this being a fold. And there's mixing going on again with the weaker flush draws. Also a pattern we've seen in the past. But mostly there's calling going on here as well, so... Alright, cool. Let's dive into a new spot. And this time it's gonna be... What is it? It's gonna be big blind versus under the gun. Which means there are totally different ranges in play now. Okay. Both color raise. I guess like give us a heart? There's maybe the ace of hearts that we can raise? On the other hand, having the ace of hearts and not flush blocker is much more valuable to us if the SPR isn't super low on turns. I don't think you call that pre. Yeah, there's some Shadow Manic. There's some spots here where yeah, that's true. I didn't even consider that. 5, 4, 3. Yeah, I don't think I would always call it. I would sometimes call it maybe. But definitely not something where I would always smash that call button, for sure. Call is the correct answer, and we are raising with the nut flush draw at the very least. No mixing going on here, making this a... Yeah, no ace of hearts. Can we only have the ace of hearts? No, we can't because... Oh, that's what you mean. We won't call that one Shadow Manic. Yeah, now I get what you mean. Yeah. Hang on, something good happened. Arx Lijar. Maybe? I'm not good with names. Thank you for following. Good at saying that though, at least. Yeah, that's true. We can't have the lone ace of hearts, duh. Because we don't call this one in the big blind if we don't have the nut flush draw to go with it. Yeah, yep. Makes sense. Okay, reload. This spot is actually kind of cool. This is gonna be a very similar hand. Hang on, let me just check something. No, that's all good. Okay. So I'm not gonna put this one up to the poll, I think. Call is the correct answer. Story is gonna be the same. i.e. nut flush draws get raised. Doesn't matter if we have the backdoor flush draw on top or not. No mixing going on here. Okay, that was kind of cool. Alright, I just don't want to be calling all the time, which is of course the whole point of this exercise, to see if I do have some raises here every once in a while. So I just want to step out of line and raise here. Also, I think I would do this at runtime sometimes, which is again also the point of this, to see if that is wrong. Not going crazy. Hey, I got two pair, I got a gutter, I got a backdoor flush, but yeah, I think you're probably gonna be right. Call is indeed the correct answer. Bit of mixing going on, but you know, 21%. I think just playing this one as 100% checked in is fine. So with this one, we can't have a flush draw to the nuts. At least have a 9. Right, the 9-5, 9-4, something like that, yeah. Just actually something, let's change this for the next hands where we have top 2. Or top and bottom, that's fine too, but not bottom 2. Let's take that out of the rotation here. Did I reward this one yet? No, the calls were correct. Usually good candidate to raise, really, yeah. Interesting enough, if we don't draw to the nut flush draw, then all of those got check raise, right? That we've seen. 2 pair in the nut flush draw. But if you're drawing to like, you know, an 8 high, 9 high flush draw, apparently we are keen on having the backdoor flush draw there as well. Alright. Reload, and this time give us top 2. No hearts though. Alright. Yeah, no backdoor flush, but no flush cards whatsoever in our hand. Gonna be a pretty clear-cut call. It looks as if a lot of these spots are gonna be pretty straightforward, but that might still turn out to be valuable to know. Cut, everybody calling. Calls the correct answer. Yeah, deal me both, Shadow Maniac, which is also why I sometimes at runtime think, you know, I just make it easier me and race here. This time I avoid having to really think on difficult turns, because the SBR is going to be so low that, you know, you just can get it. It's not going to be low enough for that, but it'll be lower, making decisions a little bit easier, which apparently is not how the server plays this. He's not like crazy. Yeah, for sure. For sure. We've seen that during study streams using the bucket tool. That sometimes the option was to check, and we were like, hey, why are we checking here? The good dog, so we can check raise. Or even, you know, if it's complete lockdown, just check call if you don't want to lose our opponents. We've seen that happening as well, I believe. Actually, that one I'm not sure about, but I'm sure it's part of solver strategy. All right. This time with a decent backdoor flush draw. Wait, why don't we have top 2 now? I thought I put that in there. Okay, let's skip this one then. Let's call. The fuck? Hang on, why isn't that doing what I asked it to do? We have selected top 2 and top and bottom, right? Click generate. Oh, right. Yeah. The fuck? Glitch, Doom, Domino Bay. Yeah. That might, you know what, that sounds... Actually, no, let's not have straight draws on top. Alright, gotta click top 2 and top bottom. Maniac. Oh, hang on, that changed. I had that selected before. I am 100% certain of that. So if I click apply, yeah, that's the stupid option that, that applies what you see here. It doesn't apply what you change here. That's always counterintuitive to me. Let's see, we should now get top 2. Right, there we go. And that is actually a cool one too. Obviously having a 9 would be much sweeter. We'll check that out for holding a 9 here in a moment as well. But let's start off with this one. You know what? We're gonna have more variety here. It's like a passive fish over there. Yeah, I think we're gonna spice it up a little bit. Just in a moment. Black Nala, hey, thanks for checking out the stream. Change to 7 of Hearts. Yeah. Let's do that. Hey, cheers for the follow. That's very kind of you. Let's see. Call is indeed the correct answer. We are raising if we have a flush draw. No mixing going on here at all. If we have a heart blocker, we have a high heart blocker and a backdoor nut flush draw. You know, I'd make it easy on me. I wouldn't mix here. I would treat this as 100% check. Wait, the other thing, call. This is 100% raise, just to make things a bit easier. The one with aces and 3. So yeah, exactly, Shadow Maniac. That's what I was getting at to spice it up. Jugulet, the one with aces. You mean your suggestion with aces on low straight boards? Jugulet, or do you mean aces in relation to this spot here right now? If it's the former, we'll certainly get to that. Yeah, let's give us some more variety here. Flush draw. Let's also have nut flush blockers, high flush blockers, and I guess let's have all of these. So I could have just clicked any, huh? Back to flush draw flush, 2 back to flush draws. Let's kick all of these and spice it up a little bit. The bad flop for us. Yeah, we'll look into those at the end of the session. I think we'll get to it. All right, don't click apply, note to self. And also, did I reward this? Yeah, I did. Okay, I'm not gonna put this one up to the poll. This should be pretty straightforward. We've seen it by now. Holy shit, and this is... We've never had that before. That's the only hand we show up with is the one that we take the passive option with, and everything else is gonna be very aggressive here. So this time we have... Okay, that's a cool one, I think. It's at least this one is interesting personally to me. Peculiar board is that 3 deuce in it. Good point. So this time we have a hard blocker. Up and bottom, it's up. Not the most dynamic board we've seen. I mean, seeing that we're up against the button, even if the deuce pairs on the turn, this doesn't look all that horrible to us, right? Alright, let's go with raises. The raises have it. Raise is indeed the correct answer. And calling without flush cards, basically. With 1 backdoor, no frontal flush card blockers or 1 backdoor flush draw blocker. Everything else gets raised. That's pretty cool. It's actually, I'm curious. Not put it out there. Let's actually have him call, see a turn, and I want to have a deuce. I want to have a yeah. See what we do now. So this time the options would be check or bet. And then after that we'll go on a different board. Right, also curious to see what we do if we get raised now. Definitely the last thing to check out here. Yeah, betting seems straightforward. I think if calling in the big blind, we probably have more queens and kings than the button. Everybody betting. Holy shit, okay. Wow. Okay. Okay, then that's then it's gotta have to. It's gotta be check call, right? So check is indeed correct. Let's see the specific hand. Oh yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah. Okay. So actually, kind of sad that I already clicked the reward button since it's a 50-50 mix here. 48%. Let's call it 50. Meaning betting is certainly fine. Yeah. Thank you for saying that. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have thought of that. Let's see what hands do we check at a higher frequency. Backdoor flush draw don't matter anymore, but we do block it, so... yeah, okay, so there's... some other hands we bet with. Guess it wants to check raise. Alright, let's see. The options would be fold, call, or raise. And I have no idea. Let's see, what's the SPR? Okay, and on the if we call on the river, the SPR is gonna be super low. Huh. Too many overpair. Shadowmare going for the raise. Fucking hell, man. It probably would have to be a raise, right? I mean, we can't call and like fold on a hard run out. That seems weird. Man, all the options feel kind of sad here. Folding feels very sad. Calling, ugh. Like, why? And raising also. I guess raising is still going to be the most appealing. The dealer button. Oh yeah, you did the DB a couple of days ago as well, Jugulin. I was like, wait, what's the DB? That card in the turn first. Yeah. Let's see. And raise is indeed the correct answer. We're just getting it in here. And leave the rest up to the poker gods. Okay. Cool. Okay, still gets it. Okay. That's true. Well, that was, yeah, well, not still hammered, but yeah, under the waning influence, I guess. No. Let's have a new spot. Okay, that's a different board for sure. Top 2, the 10 is kind of neat. We have a heart. Interesting. The English correct. Yeah, yes. It is, right? Lion Hippie, hey, welcome back. I think I'm gonna go with call as well. Not saying I would always do this while playing. Call is the correct answer. We raise... oh, this time we raise a few more hands. Flush block or backdoor flush draw. If it's backdoor flush draw in the 2-card variety, gets raised more often than not. And if you have the flush draw on top, no matter in what shape or form, we always raise here. Okay. Wait, did I reward this? What was it? Call. Call was correct. So if that was a call, then this one is a call, gonna be a call as well, right? Right. If Visions gives us a few more interesting hands. I guess I can just click on my hands to give it different suit variations. Okay, let's start with... no, this one's going to be a call as well. But let's pick some different suit variations. Okay, this one's gonna be erased then. Maybe something a bit more interesting. With the ace of hearts. Okay, let's do this. Jimmy, you can just do new hand if it's only on deciding. Lion Hippie. I guess because we don't block any straights. I mean, we did have the 10 working as a blocker. Sorry, Dum Dum Baby, I didn't start the poll yet. Turns and rivers really hard to play. Yeah. Lion Hippie, you're hey Razam, good to see you. Hang on, guys. I didn't start the poll yet. Sorry. Lion Hippie, this is exactly why I'm doing this, because I agree with you. And that's often my thought process at runtime. Like, turns and rivers are going to be hard to play. Let's lower the SPR, make turn river decisions easier by raising. And that's the reason why I'm looking into this today. Needs more support. So even top 2 unconnected boards. That's the vision. The results we've had from the spot so far seem to very much support this notion from Shadow Maniac, who is a very succinct summary there. Top 2 unconnected board need more support. So let's find out where the cutoff for this is. And okay, long story short, let's actually start the poll here. Sorry, guys. Nut flush blocker. Yeah. Certainly, No, I think I like the call. If a heart turns, we can then check raise. I like the raise, but we have decent showdown. That's also a good point, that we already have decent showdown value in the previous spot, I believe. For dealer button raising range. I don't know about that. I mean, the dealer shows up with all the reps here. No, on this spot right now, Shadow says. We've showdown value right now already. Fair enough. So very much divided here between calling and raising this time around. Call is the correct answer. Let's reward this first, and then let's see what we can figure out. Our hand is where? Gets 100% called. And we raise with the flush draws, right? Let's see what we do on hard turns. Hey, it actually gave us one. Perfect. So okay, so how do we play this? Do we check? We probably don't want to lead, right? We wouldn't lead with the turned nut flush. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and not put this up to a poll. Hopefully this is correct. All right, cool. Open fold. All right, do we put in the bluff now or not? We can fold, we can call it, we can pot it. Wait, what? Checking the intent, check raising. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go for the raise here. Kind of curious that Shadow Mania goes for the call. Interesting. So in the meantime, let me scroll up, see what you said there, Shadow Mania, about the options in the matrix. Just you can only do if it's only on the side to check call. If it's real. All right, I think I know. I get what you meant. Yeah. Middish board feels good to call here. All right. Lost Paradise, just a smidgen too late, but I'm sure you'll make it for the next one. Hang on. So the raises have it. And the correct answer is indeed to call. Man, I wish we could play rivers, but we can't right now. Could have 6-4. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. Shadow Maniac Alien Web the sole 2 winners in this one. Man, I wish we could play rivers, but we can't right now. That is fine. skip this one. Actually, we can probably change suit variations, right? Alright. Put it up to the vote. Actually, that one is interesting, since we don't block any straights at all, but we do have a flush draw with top and bottom here. I wonder. It'll take like 5 minutes or less. Yeah, okay. Judging by what we've seen so far, it would have to be a raise, right? Pretty much an auto raise, yeah. I mean, just when you put it like that in the chat, like pair and the flush draw, that does sound like actually two pair and the flush draw. Does sound very sexy. With the jack high. We have a lot of raising going on. One calling, and raise is the correct answer. Yeah, any flush draw. There is mixing going on here with our hand. Actually 50-50, so... yeah. And you're absolutely correct, Shadow, with the king high, it's 100%. Would you play turns faster, all these call? I'm not quite sure I get what you mean, Alien Web. Would you play at turns faster? All these calls, pretty much this. I'm not sure what you're asking. Okay, this one has to be raised. There's not going to be any surprise, but let's see if we get raised. I guess we just pot it. Let's have this guy raise again. I think we just get it in, right? So we could fold, we could call it, we could raise. Oh, in tournaments. Probably depends a little. This up for the fold, for the poll. I think it's got to be very, very straightforward, but I did want to put it. If I would play more aggressive in tournaments, Shadow, yeah, I think you're right. It would depend on the tournament and on the tournament structure. In the slow structure, maybe not. If we're talking KO tournaments, and maybe if there's a bounty in play, for sure, yeah. I think I would play a lot of spots more aggressive. Because the bounty, like, I do play a lot of KO tournaments, so that's what comes to mind for me. Yeah, everybody going to be raising here. It is gonna. We can't not raise. Yeah, the pattern. Hey, thank you very much for the fold. I almost said for the follow. You know you didn't actually, so now you can reload. Okay, Shadow. Okay, potting is perfectly fine. Yeah, gotcha, Shadow. Gotcha. Top 2, the 5 is interesting. We have a heart. Okay, options are gonna be the same. Lost Paradise too. Thank you very much for following. It's very nice of you. Same principle as before, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I clicked a little bit early here, so some of you can get a leg up if you're quick. It's like actually click before the poll was over. The calls have it. Yeah, if nothing, I mean, at least in hindsight after the session, it'll turn out that a lot of these spots are going to be straightforward, but repetition is key, at least for me in my learning process. So I actually don't mind going over a lot of spots that will turn out to be pretty straightforward. And after this hand, let's pick up a new spot. Okay. So I'm mostly interested if we get it in here. I think this is going to be a raise, but I'll put it up to a vote nevertheless. I might be wrong with the queen high flush draw. Yeah, that's sometimes depending on what you will do versus the... roughly even though sizes. For sure, yeah, Sugarlay, of course. This is definitely you're supposed to adapt. This is what we're seeing here is GTO, right? And this is supposed to be a baseline. You're not supposed to like play 100% GTO at the tables. It is supposed to give you a baseline from which to deviate from depending on your opponents and your exploitative tendencies. Alright, everybody raising should be the case as well. What I'm interested in is if we get it in here on the flop. I would assume we do, but you never know. I mean, it is slightly concerning if we do get raised, I guess, with the... nah, never mind, it's not. We have top 2, we have a flush draw. If you just put it like that, it sounds pretty sexy. Let's continue anyway. And have this guy potted. Yeah, we're not calling... Yeah, never mind, I don't think I need to put this one up to a poll, but let's do play it out, and we do get it in. Like, calling at this point seems really strange. Leaving very little behind. So that's all good then. Just bit pod venue. Alright. Wait, why wasn't there any... What happened there? I didn't even click that button. Where did this come from? Correct answer was call. Well, I don't know. Let's just ignore that. Gotta be straightforward. We're gonna be calling here. See if we can get some new spots. Alright. Just the button range. We are in the big blind. 10-4, the nut flush draw, gonna be pretty straightforward as well. But that's also cool to not... I hope it's cool with you guys if we don't do the poll for every single one. This time we can... This way we can go through a few more hands. Raised correct answer. Yeah, we're certainly gonna get it in here. If we get raised again on the flop, it's like a high five fist pump, get it in, I guess. 10-4 with a 7 and a heart. No backdoors. I think it's gonna be a call, but maybe if we change the suit variations here. Let's see, what do we have? Something like this maybe, where we have a heart blocker and a backdoor nut flush draw. That might be somewhat interesting. Hang on, hey, welcome back, Big Girthy Potato. Let me start the poll. Did I reward the last one? Yeah, I did. Alright. So, top and bottom, we have a flush blocker. We have a 7 also, kind of nice. And we have the backdoor nut flush draw. Yeah. I think I don't need to be the lone man out here. And go for the race. Couldn't find PLO to be really boring, so do whatever. PLO boring to you? You must live a very interesting life then. If this game is boring. Holy smokes. But fair enough. Change to 4 to a 5. Or an hour hand. Yeah, I think I can do that. Top 2 and be more interesting. Right. Yeah. Good point. So everybody calling here. Call is the correct answer. Let's reward this first and give us the 5 here. And with the 5, we raise it, except if we don't have a backdoor flush draw, although there's an exception here as well. But yeah, if we have top 2 and any sort of flush draw to go with it, I think would be an oversimplification here. Then we get to raise quite liberally. Be it the front or the backdoor flush draw. Alright. Fair enough. If that makes for a game that you enjoy more, I guess that is actually more than fair enough. Gonna be a call, correct. A new spot then, maybe something more interesting. This time we're up against Under the Gun. Here on the button. Richie Rob, good to see you. Shout out to Richie, who is an amazing streamer and streams a lot of, well, not a lot of, only streams No Limit tournaments. Check him out. His channel has been grown like crazy recently. And if you check him out, you'll quickly see why. He's a good bloke. And a very good friend of the channel. All right, let's go through a few of these without putting up the poll. How long has this been going on? Okay, for an hour, that's good. Okay, this is going to be a raise then. Raise is the correct answer. If you get a raise, we just get it in here. I would very much assume so. Yeah. Right. Fist pump, get it in, but top and bottom, nut flush draw. Pretty straightforward. 10-9-4, gonna be call as well. All right, this will also allow us to see some patterns. Again, we raise if we have, with this one, only if we have the nut flush draw in some form. Now a flush draw, the front door flush draw in some form. Last pair, I will, at around 9:30. I'm trying to start it earlier, but I need to walk the dog. So yeah, it'll probably be around 9:30. I don't even know what's my schedule, if it's 9:30 or 10. All right, let's go through a few more hands. Not mining no, that's, you know, as far as explanations or reasonings go, I think that one makes a lot of sense, line hippie. All right, gonna be straightforward here as well. Let's see if the same holds true. We want to have the flush draw. If it's not the nut flush draw without the backdoor flush draw, there's some mixing going on, but you know, 70-30, just make it 100, make it easy. Might get spicy. Yeah, let's actually do that. Let's actually do that. I think we've seen the general approach to solve what takes in these spots, and is pretty much summarized by what Shadow Maniac said earlier. Even top two need more backup to get it in. And as you can see, like a flush blocker isn't enough, or a backdoor flush isn't enough. We want to have the front door flush draw as well. Let's do that, Shadow. Let's not give us a flush draw then. We could have a nut flush blocker or any flush blockers, I guess. And we're gonna have a straight draw on top and backdoor flush draws, sure. Let's actually go without them for now and then add them on, add them to it later. So we have top two, top and bottom. All right. Good point, Shadow Maniac. Always awesome to have you here. You always have a very, very good input. So here, do we have a flush draw right now? Oh yeah, we do have a gutter. We do have a straight draw, not flush draw. Sorry about that. All right, so this is the first one of this nature. I'll put it up to a poll, and then we go through some of them relatively quickly, see what patterns materialize. So we have a heart, we have top two, and you have a gutter. Is the gutter really what makes all the difference here, really? Everybody raising, huh? I mean, truth be told, I think I would too at runtime. But honestly, I would have raised a bunch of the other hands before that as well, which turned out to be called, so. Also the board time. Yeah. Yeah, good point. Just 10-4 behind here. This is the correct answer. Okay, let's maybe... Okay, that's a very different spot. This is gonna be an interesting one since this smacks the Under the Gun Razor. Pretty much. It's a rainbow board, okay. Yeah, I think this is going to be straightforward as well. I will put it up to a poll though. Razam, good to see you. All right. Oh, Charlotte just started a stream. Raised the correct answer. If you check it out here, there are no suit variations we don't raise. There's a little bit of mixing going on. I would again vote to completely ignore this here, like, 15%, whatever. They do? Huh? I like Russians a lot. Good folks. Good people. Okay. If we go new hand, we're gonna be in this spot already. Hang on. What's the difference here? Alright. So this time top and bottom with the gutter. I wouldn't be shocked if this is a little bit close. Flares! Hey, it's good to see you. How's it going, mate? Pleasure seeing you back. Equally divided between calling and raising there. You gotta be okay. Yeah, I've been considering that it does. Yeah, exactly. This is the kind of board that hits him right in the face. Calls the correct answer. I'm wondering if there's no mixing going on. Yeah, 99%. Yeah, there's no mixing going on. All right. What do you suppose we do on the queen? Do we just check fold? Can we continue? Wait, why can't we continue? And spot reload. Oh well. Take it at face value then. Wait, did I reward this? The cards had it. Click and right buttons. Holy shit. Filters. Alright, then new spot it is. Sheesh. Same board, except now the prefab aggressor is on the button. Yeah, this should be pretty straightforward. Raise is indeed the correct answer. Actually, find a different spot. Yeah, something like this. Raise pot. Tap 2 with a gutter as well. Gutter would be to the nuts. Let's see if this is enough to raise. And then let's check out some suit variations, maybe without a pole. Alright, pole is up. So we've seen that indeed what Shadymaniac said earlier seems to hold true so far. We need to have backup, and even the gutter here seems to be enough. Let's see if that is indeed the case. Mr. In Vacuum. That's neat, Nick, as well. Good to see you. Hey! Wait, did I put something in there? Yeah, I did. And it does hold true, 100% raising. If you check out the overview for this hand and all its variations, that actually answers the question I had as well. If you don't have a flush blocker, even then we raise here. It's the gutter that makes everything different. Thank you very much for saying that. It always means a lot to hear that, Mr. In Vacuum. Thank you. What about top and bottom? All right, let's see. That would be deuce, right? Okay. Good shout, Shadowmaniac. Heart draw, no brainer. We raise. A single heart, also a raise. You know, some mixing going on. Let's call it 100% still. Yeah, it's the gutter that makes all the... Do we have a gutter here? Hang on. 6, 4, 3... Yeah, we do, right? Yeah. 3... Yeah, we do. Almost the same, yeah. The only ones that don't get raised is without any hearts at all. And then it doesn't matter if you have the backdoor flush draw as well. The most important thing is if we don't have a heart, we call here. Cool. Not quite sure why it does that, but fair enough. Let's go to a new spot then. Wait, did I reward this? Raises it was, right? Raises. And this 10 for 3 deuce. Dum baby, you mean if we have that in our hand? I don't think we call it that. I don't think we show up with that hand here ever. From the big blind. Last Paradise, the time for me is 6 o'clock in the afternoon. I do live on American time, basically. I'm located in Germany, but I go to bed at like 5, 6 a.m. local time, so I stream and play on American time, basically. Let's see, this is gonna be a raise as well, probably. No mixing going on here either, that's pretty cool to know. If the spot is so close, the difference between I'm not sure what to tell. Yeah, apparently that is exactly how the solver treats this situation. So remember, like in the beginning, we didn't have a gutter, we didn't have a straight draw on top. And there we were mainly check calling unless we had the front door flush draw in our hand. And just having the gutter makes this a raise. Let's actually play one of these out and see what we do against a raise. If we just call or if we get it in, then... Alright, I assume we raise here as well. Again, no mixing going on. So this is what makes all the difference. 9 AP, yeah. And let's continue this one. And see if we call... Nah, calling seems just awkward here with these stack sizes, so I don't think we do have a call. No, holy shit, I should have put it up to the pole. Really? Leaving only, like, very little behind? Okay. Not sure why I'm not able to continue now. Normally you are, and are able to play turns as well. I'm not entirely sure. Could fold hard turns, I guess, yeah. And that would suck. But yeah. What are we gonna do? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the only thing we fold here, right? I guess another deuce wouldn't be all that awesome, especially not against under the gun. Ah, I see. Thank you, Shadow. That explains it. Okay, not all of these spots we're checking out have sims for turns yet. But the yet is inserted there by me. I'm not sure if that'll ever change, but I would assume so. Rulers obviously being, not obviously, Rulers being the creator of Visions. In case you're wondering who Rulers is. Again, gonna be a raise, and let's continue and see if that is still gonna be a call, because it's pretty much the same spot, right? And call is indeed correct. We pot it if we have the flush draw. And we need the flush draw to pot it. To get it in here. Even the backdoor flush draw isn't good enough for it. Even the backdoor flush draw in the nutted version with a heart blocker isn't good enough for raising. For getting it in. Cool. What would a deuce on the rowdy behind? Yes, but now I'm also behind. I mean, aces we block a bit, but we're also behind kings, queens, jacks, which is what the under the gun player shows up with with here a lot, so I would assume that makes a difference. Let's actually see if we can. Now we can't. We can't continue for this one either. This is like Jack 9 or Jack 10. I'm not sure. Okay. Hey, something like this. Shadow. Will this do? That works. Awesome. Okay, rainbow board this time. Yeah, I mean, this has to be... This has to be close to a fist pump spot, right? Yeah. The nuts indeed. Well, close to it, and if we're behind, we have plenty of ways to draw out of our opponent, out on our opponent. Right. And we can continue this one. I assume if we get raised again, we just... I'm not going to put this up to a poll. This should be really straightforward. Fist pump, get it... Fist pump? Fist pump, get it in. Alright, can we change the board to different suits? What happens if I click on the board? We can't change the board. That is unfortunate. No. Go to learn mode, alright. Ah, thank you. Thank you. King 8-7. And then let's have it single suited, I think. There you go. Alright, cool. So generally speaking, well, we check here a lot. Okay, sure. We have him bet. Okay, now we just hang on. Now we need to practice the spot. There you go. That should do it. Snake Bride. Then click on clipboard. Yeah, okay, that'll work. Sure. Snake Bride, good to see you, mate. How's it going? Man, sometimes I really, especially after this long absence, I apologize. I sometimes forget who is streaming or who is not. I think Snake Bride, you are a streamer. I'm like 95% certain about it. And I do know that I enjoyed your stream, so check them out, guys. Okay, let's see, we have the King of Hearts, we have top 2. Let's see what the verdict is here. Snakebite is some sort of solver. Yes, no. This is Visions. It is a way of using it's a way of using simulations from solvers for training purposes. You can like all the underlying data here is from solvers, yes. And yeah, it gives you various ways of having Visions, having this program quiz you using simulations from solvers. A solver interpreter, that's actually a very, very nice way of phrasing that. All right, did I start the thingy? No, I did not. If you're just tuning in, the options are to fold, to call, or raise, and you can just type the first letter of your given choice. The King of Hearts. Yeah. Hey, that's how I get through life, Shadowmaniac, by babbling like crazy. I always thought I always took Beverly Hills Cop as an inspiration. Which is why I can quote decent parts of that movie, at least in German. Or for the matter, most Eddie Murphy characters. They all seem to be, what's the word, loquacious. Shadowmanic always. Shadowmanic running the show always in the study stream. Alright, we have one race, one outlier. Let's see. We have double points for whoever checked the race button here. Lion Hippie. Well done. I mean, in fairness, you know, nobody needs to... Oh, actually, I was going to say nobody needs to feel bad since there's mixing going on. But, you know, 10%. No, we should feel bad. We should feel bad. Potato. No, actually, no, Shadowmaniac. Backdoor flush draw. Yeah, let's actually see. Backdoor flush draw and so that's interesting here. The king high blocker, the blocker to the king high flush makes all the difference when it comes to calling or raising. I was a mix. Difference maker to me. And you are right on the money with that. If you have a flush, we raise it always. Doesn't matter what kind of flush. Well, it's going to be a Broadway flush. And then there's our hand that gets raised at a high frequency. And sometimes, you know, with a blocker, even a little bit more interested in raising with a blocker and a backdoor blocker, like flush blockers. And that's about it for this one. Cool. Okay. I guess I'll put it up to the vote. Yeah, it's true. We can also put Lufsen on, you know, 9-10 runouts. Shadowmaniac would raise if you didn't have the 7. Let's see if we can check this out. Probably can. Interesting point, Shadowmaniac. Always one for interesting points, that gentleman. Alright, the calls have it. Call is indeed the correct answer. And let's see, let's give us the 10 maybe? With our hand, even with the... Let's see, what's the deal? Oh, that's a straight draw. That's an excellent point, yeah. Maybe the jack, 9 jack, that's also a straight draw. So the queen, probably. And a nice one too. Yeah, good point. So the solver would fold it. Let me know if you want to see a different side card here, Shadow. I think we can go much lower. Sure. This with the blocker. Yeah. Yeah, there's your bluff. Yeah. Awesome. Cheers for that one. Helping us find a bluff in the spot. And it would be with a flush blocker. There's still a lot of folding going on, but you know, as a bluff, this makes a decent one. Cool. Appreciate that. Alright, I try to keep these study streams relatively short, like 1.5 hours. That's my personal limit for like studying. After that, my ability to take in knowledge drops off rapidly. So let's do a few more hands on this spot, and then we'll do something Joe Goulet requested, and check out aces on straight boards and how we play them. Okay. So we have 2 pair. Let's see what the deal is here. It's not a rainbow board. And this one should fall very much into the category we've had before. At least you study of Lion Pure. Lion Hippie, I am only just now really starting to study. The last year I tried to coast. Didn't work out for me. Oh, here we are. I rely purely on talent. It's also a nice line, and this is a horrible song. Well, not horrible, but it's not up my alley at all. should be, from what we've seen before, exactly what Shadowmaniac said, very succinctly, short and succinct, is that we need backup to raise here. So kind of shocked, and backup would be in the form of, oh, let's see. Be in the form of flushes. Has the real field changed significantly since it started? It's a good question. I don't know. I don't really know how to answer that. I think so. Never mind. I take it back. Yes, it has. Recently, ever since, especially during leaderboard weeks, last weeks, the afternoons were amazing. The afternoon action was off the hook, mostly. And very, very nice action in the evenings, too. So that certainly changed it. And I think it changed over time, yeah. More people joining, games got softer. They were pretty soft in the beginning. They were sort of tight during last summer, last fall. And since October, since the Legends rewards got introduced, games got better and more numerous, too. So we only, that's interesting to be 3 hearts we call. Do we have one with the pure flush draw, with the 2-card flush draw to be called? No. Okay, so 3 hearts and the backdoor blocker gets raised here as well. I mean, that's a very specific hand. And memorizing other stuff before this one is probably more beneficial, but, you know, there you have it. Wait, did I reward the last one? What was it? Call was correct. Hey, I keep clicking the right buttons today. I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there. I'll put this one up to the poll and I have to leave the computer for a few seconds. Right, start. Go with so here we have additional backup. We have the flush blocker, backdoor flush draw, and we have a gutter. God, I can't even type. Here's a... Well, we don't have top 2. That's a good point, yeah. Is that making a difference here? Let's see. So, divvy it up right in the middle between calling and raising. Call is indeed the correct answer. Any mixing going on with our specific hand? No. Let's see. How can we change this to... Oh, yeah, sure. We change just this to the 8. And there you have it, Shadowmaniac, right on the money. Huh. All right. So we basically start raising. There's a little bit of raising going on with the heart here. The Broadway heart. And once we have a heart and a backdoor flush draw, there's a lot of raising going on. Basically call it 100%. That Shadowmaniac really did. King 10, 9, 8. Yeah, 100%. What's the time? 25. Okay, let's change the spot Let's see. Let's see if we can figure this out. So hands would be that we flop top set, right? Doesn't matter. Well, actually, no, we don't have a straight draw. We don't have a flush draw. We might have blockers. That's good. We could have a backdoor flush draw. I think on straightening boards that doesn't make too much of a difference. And then we want to have a high card on the... Hang on. I need to take care of Lily here for a moment, of the cat. No, that's Lily. Just a second, sorry guys. Would she be hungry? Okay, so what I'm trying to set up is we have flop top set. No, actually we don't flop top set with aces. Never mind. We just have... It's actually completely wrong. Overpair, that's it. That's the one we're looking for. And then the high card is... Fucking hell, no. Texture straight. There you go. Singer raise pot. Let's go with 3-bet pots. I think that's going to be a bit more interesting for this one. Yeah, having the overpair of aces on a straightened board. Let's see where these selections get us. I don't think it's a card option. Okay, yeah. Maybe something like 10, maybe. I don't think that'll do it just yet. We probably need to tweak this a little bit more. Actually, maybe we don't. Wait, but that's the wrong... That's not quite the right hands. That's not what we're looking for. You know what? Maybe I'll look into this maybe we'll do this at the beginning of the next stream. I don't want to waste your time trying to set this up right now. I'll figure out how to. And we'll check it out in the next stream. How about that? Hang on, I'll tell you in a second. I'm trying to... So the question was, how do we play aces on a straight board, like on a low straight board, like a 5, 6, 7? Let's maybe have it be a 3-bet pot. That's going to be a bit more interesting. Check fold. Yeah, the single raise pot, I think so, a lot, and on 3-bet pots. You might well be right. In a 3-bet or 4-bet pot, yeah. So pick the highest card you want. Alright, so let's have it... Okay. Maybe an 8, I guess. Overpairs. Walk away from the table. I like that you're still remaining civilized on a horrible flop and not throwing anything at the dealer there, line hippie. And put overpairs and click out. So overpairs I have selected. And we can go for... Let's actually go for 4-bet. Stick with 3 bets for now, I guess. Just a preflop aggressor. No rainbow suits. Yeah. Maybe have it rainbow. That's a good point. No. Rainbow is fine. Let's not have too many factors in here. So should be fine now, yeah. I mean, it's not aces, it's kings, but it probably doesn't make a big difference. This guy is never having aces in this spot now. What do we get mostly? Yeah. So I think we check. Hold on, we need to definitely remove this song. Holy smokes. Opponents play. Let's have him bet. Do we ever find a call here? Let's see. The correct answer is to call, indeed. All right. Why? We have a backdoor flush, all right? Yeah, right? And we have a backdoor flush. And that is mostly the thing. Like our hand gets folded as well, but only 6%. And if you have the backdoor flush draw triple, we also fold it. But yeah, as soon as we have a backdoor flush draw, we get to call quite a bit, I guess. Just like make it easy. Make it easy, yeah. I don't think we get the call again, right? Fold's the correct answer, right? 6-9 deuce. Let's click through a few of these. Check it's the correct answer. And have him bet. I'll put it up to the poll. So we could check, we could fold, we could call, or we could raise. Yeah, I think that's an excellent point. It's not about necessarily getting there, about this additional 4% equity. It's about that turn play is going to be easier. That's a good point. I think we do a few more hands after these and probably not put them up to the vote, since as Shadowmaniac says, there's going to be a lot of checking, there's going to be a lot of calling if you have a backdoor flush draw. At least that's what it seems based on this one hand. See if that indeed remains true and go through a few more hands then. There's a raise in there, interesting. Correct answer. There's no raising going on in this spot. A lot of folding, mostly calling though. Our hand with the backdoor flush draw never gets folded. No backdoor flush draws. None nutted backdoor flush draws. Get folded at a decent clip. And triple backdoor flush draws and triple get folded. Maybe if you had a 7 you could raise. Like if you have 9-7. Oh, that's interesting actually. Yeah, you can. Oh no, 7 deuce. Okay. A bit more spicy then, because the 9-7 is a bit more straightforward, right? Yeah, yeah. If we have 2 backdoor flush draws, basically. So we're assigning to different variations of that, different re-raising values. So there's some raising, yeah. But it's limited to having 2 backdoor flush draws, I believe. Yeah. Do note, one thing that's interesting to note is that once we have the 7 here, there's almost no folding going on. There's no folding going on. Let's make it easier on ourselves and go back to the 9 deuce. I think you'll find, yeah, there's now no raising going on, and there is way more folding. Give us 5. Okay. Like maybe 10-5. Also no folding going on. Yeah, and if we... So, like, I think pay attention to this one right here. If you have a straight blocker, we don't fold, basically. Gutter blocker, we still... Actually, we fold even more. The 4, now we have a pair. But yeah, once we have a straight blocker, there is no folding here, basically. With the 7, there's absolutely no folding. Actually, there's a lot of raising. Holy smokes. Oh, because that would be 10-7. We actually have a gutter now. Yeah. Turn of 5 of clubs. Okay. I think we can do that. 5 of clubs. And what hand do you want to give us? Same hand, so the ace, ace, 9 deuce, huh? So ace, 9 deuce. Oh, we're checking? Okay, sure, yeah, but... Yeah, I mean, now we're never folding, I would assume. I wonder if we get to raise with the 9. Maybe, maybe. Okay, let's put it up to the pole then. Nah, I don't think we get to raise. But hey, what do I know? On a raise turn, I think we... Like, if we raise and we get called, we're never in amazing shape, to put it mildly. Fold, I think, is... I mean, he's betting half pot. But I think we don't want to fold with the nut flush draw. We also have a gutter. I mean, it's not like we're going to be ecstatic if a 3 rivers, but... Call is the correct answer. Do we have any raises? 3% or whatever that is. Okay, so that's actually sort of interesting, I guess. With a low flush draw, there's some raising going on here. Okay. That's all call. Yeah, I would simplify it and go with that myself. Just somebody. Yeah. Okay, this is Shadowmane Excess, is a monster, but I wonder how we play it. Let's have this guy bet. Do we check raise this one? Or do we just call? Fold, call, or raise? Oh, hang on. I need to reward the previous one. The calls were right, I believe. Seems dangerous. Yeah, I think it's... It's probably still a bluff, right? It has to be still a bluff. So what do we do with this one? All right. So everybody is... Not everybody's raising. Actually, the calls have it. Let's click that call button and raise would be correct. And I assume if we get raised again, we just get it in here. Let's check. Yeah, I mean, we're not folding. Yeah, duh. Of course, we're not folding at this point. Okay, maybe one more. And we can, at the beginning of the next stream, we can do a few more of these. If you guys want, let me know in the chat. What's the deal this time? Interesting. I don't think we get to raise now. Yeah. Is there raising going on? Yes, there is. If we have two backdoor flush draw, way differently with different combinations, solver voodoo, as I like to call it, doesn't really matter. What matters is if you have two backdoor flush draws, there's a decent amount of raising going on, like 50-50 overall. And that's pretty much the only one. Like, sure, there's a little bit here, but let's ignore that. All right, this has been a fun stream for me. It's been educational as well. So let's maybe sum it up a little bit. What did we do? We had two pair in the beginning on sort of dryish boards. That's not actually true. We had two pair. I think one takeaway is that even if you have top two out of position and we're thinking about raising, we need backup. The backdoor flush draw wasn't. By the way, do correct me. Please do correct me if I'm summarizing anything wrong. I'm trying to do my best. So we don't raise unless we have backup, and backup in form of the backdoor flush draw wasn't enough. Backup in form of a gutter on top was enough to raise. Yeah, and that's mostly what we did. Yeah. I think that's a pretty decent summary. So top two, naked top two with a backdoor flush draw, and even a front door flush blocker, not enough to raise. We need to have a little bit more, and it turns out the gutter is more than sufficient for that. Yeah, and everything even better gets raised. Yeah, thank you very much for the nice words, Jugole, all of you. Thank you very much. I'll be back later on tonight at 9:30. And at 9:30 or 10, depending on when I get to walk the dog and all that. In the meanwhile, let's head over to Chi-Ching, see what she's doing. She's playing tournaments, and you can actually, I think you can win a part of her tournament winnings this weekend by playing against her. Is that how it works? No. Wait, how does this? Oh, there you go. I don't know why this that's old bot command, never mind. Ignore what the Nightbot did there. All right, appreciate you guys watching. There will be more study streams coming up next week. Not anymore on the weekend. I'll be playing tonight. I'm very likely going to be streaming playing tomorrow as well. And that's the long and the short of it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a good one. Until later. See you guys.